Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for our second Hangout today. Trevor, Paige, Sarah, and I will be discussing 5 multimedia tools that you can use in the classroom to enhance learning. And we will be discussing Kahoot, Book Builder, Book Wizard, Crafty Extensions, and TouchCast. And to start, I will discuss TouchCast. So TouchCast is a video making tool for teachers in the classroom, and also it's something that you can use for your students, for them to use, or display it to them also. So I will pull up the website right now. Okay. All right, so this is what the main website looks like when you go there, and you can make an account. I already have my account signed in. So essentially you can use this on an iPad. So to manage your account, you can use the website, but I don't really think that you can record anything from the website. Essentially, this is just like if you want to present your lecture in class and want each kid to have their own iPad at the table where they can see what's happening right in front of them, you can add like live quizzes to the presentation, so they can go through and take like a mini poll or a mini quiz over something that you just told them to see how well they're grasping the subject. And also you can use it and flip it so the kids can like create a video project and a group or presentation, whatever you want, and they're able to display and like entertain the class essentially, because I mean a lot of elementary school kids love to see themselves on camera, and so if they have a project where they can like record themselves and their friends, I think they'll really love it. So, and also there's a TouchCast for teachers. It's touchcast.com/education, and you can go on this extension of TouchCast and you can look at videos of like how teachers are using it in the classroom, and also it gives you lesson plans as well. And another cool thing about TouchCast is that they actually have like this green screen filter type thing, so you can make it look like you're anywhere basically in the world when you're presenting your information. And this is also good if you're going to be absent from school that day. You can present your lesson on TouchCast and have the kids watch it. Or if you have a child who's had like a chronic illness or something and won't be in school for a long period of time, they can access your lessons at home and still be like interacting in I guess a really good way. So, and I think this is great because the kids who learn visually get to see the video happening in front of them. The auditory is great too because clearly you're talking to them through the video. And then kinesthetic because they're able to open these video apps, which you can add, like I said, a quiz, but you can also add videos in your video. You can add other websites. So they're able to explore everything through this app, which I think will really keep their attention. And an obstacle would be that you need an iPad in order to use this app. So I'm not really sure how many like school districts actually have iPads for everyone in the class. Probably not many. I'm not really sure, but so that would be one big drawback if you don't have enough iPads for everyone, or if the student just doesn't have an iPad at home. But otherwise, it's a really good tool. So I mean, I really like it. And when I was observing my 3rd grade class there, I feel like having this in the classroom would keep everyone like really engaged, and having something right in front of them to be doing would be great, because sometimes they can just like, you know, daydream or whatever and lose track of the entire lesson. So, and also there's videos on YouTube on how to present, how to use TouchCast in your classroom. So this is like a really good tutorial. She kind of breaks it all down for you and explains the whole app like step by step. So yeah, that's about it for TouchCast.
Okay, I am going to be presenting. Wait, is it on me?
Yeah,
I still see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm going to be presenting Book Wizard and Crafty Extensions today. Book Wizard is pretty much just a book leveling website. This website has a lot of different resources on it and a lot of different activities for both teachers, parents, kids, administrators. Everyone has a place on this website. I'm going to be going over like a few of those aspects, but I'm going to mainly be looking at Book Wizard. So I'm going to click on Books and Authors and Book Wizard Find and Level Books. Okay, so basically what you do is you type in any name of a book. You can search all books, similar books, or reading level. I'm going to type in green eggs and ham, and then find book. So basically it's going to show me the interest level, grade level, equivalent, genre, and if you click on it, it'll tell you a little summary about it and like a little bit about Dr. Seuss. And then on the left-hand column, it'll tell you that its interest levels are grades kindergarten through 2nd grade, and the reading level is the reading level equivalent is 2.2, and then based on what your county or state goes by, you can just check the levels. You can also search by similar books. So if you have a student who really likes Dr. Seuss but wants to try other books like it, you can type in green eggs and ham, and then find similar book. And then you match it to this book, and it comes up with a whole bunch of different examples of books that are like it. And this is great to find like different interests for your students, for them to branch out with the same reading level equivalent and interest levels. And then you can also just search by reading level. So if you know the reading level of your student and you just want to find a whole bunch of different books for them, you can just type in their reading level or guided reading level, and then press find. And basically just comes up with a lot of different book options for kids that are 2.7s. And then you can add it to a book list and create a book list for your class, for all your students in your class. And this is great because you can just pull them out whenever. There are also a lot of resources and tools on this website. What I found to be really interesting was the daily starters. There's a new one every single day. You click on it on the board in class, and there's a language problem, math problem, and if the kids finish on time, they can read the fun fact and teachable moments. And then when you come back together as a class, you can reveal the answer and discuss everyone's answers. And then there's strategies and ideas. This is pretty much just a lot of videos of teachers telling you what they do and what works in their classroom. And then there's also student activities. These are just pretty much a lot of different educational games: math, reading, science, writing, just a lot of different activities. And this is great for when students are in the computer lab or in the library and have computer time. They're just quick, easy educational games. And then there's also some tabs for just the kids and different age levels. So there's Family Playground for ages 3 through 7, and then there's the Stacks for ages 8 through 12. So we're going to look at the Stacks. And this is great for kids to find their own books, what they're interested in. And they can look through all the different genres, find what they like. And there's also a lot of videos discussing these books. So there's book trailers, book series, celebrity videos, all that good stuff. And then there's games as well. So they can do puzzles, writing games, arcade games, things like that. It's a good free time website. And so that's pretty much what Scholastic Book Wizard is about. And I'm going to move on to my second tool, which is Crafty Extensions. Tool is so they're Chrome extensions for educators, presenters, and speakers, and they really help with highlighting different things for students. Crafty Levels is pretty much what you do is you highlight text from a specific article, and it'll immediately tell you the grade level of that reading. So if you're searching for articles for your students to read, this is great because you can immediately see what the reading level is. And then Crafty Writes is pretty much, it gets rid of all of the copyright complications. So kids can find images for projects without worrying about copyright problems. And then Crafty Text is you can, on any website that you are looking at, if you want to put something in bold, you can put text right in the middle of the screen and tell the kids exactly what you want them to be looking at. It's perfect for singling out words, class codes, website addresses. And then Crafty Cursor highlights the position of your cursor, tells you exactly where you are. It's perfect for Google Hangouts like this and other virtual meetings. And Crafty Zoom and Crafty Copy were just recently added. Crafty Zoom is a magnifying glass, so you can click on anything and it zooms in, which is perfect for showing off websites to students that are younger. And then Crafty Copy, which is great for exporting a list of different extensions. Now, all you have to do is click on one of them and it'll send you to this page where it gives you an overview of pretty much what the extension does, and then there are reviews that you can look at, and then all you have to do is press add to Chrome and it's on your apps. And it's just perfect for presenting to kids, really presenting to anyone in general. And that's it.
I really liked those. I feel like they add a lot to the classroom.
Thank you.
Really quick, kind of easy and simple things to do that would really just like change the dynamic.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I like especially the extensions because you can just bold everything and make everything clear to the students at one time.
Definitely, yeah, that's really cool. All right, so are you ready?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, hi guys. I'm gonna talk about Book Builder today. So let me pull it up real quick. Okay, so can everyone see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Book Builder. It's used for two main things. The first is to view digital books, and then you can also create your own books. So you make a free account, which is really nice that you don't have to pay for it. And then you can click here on Model Books, and then you can just click on the title, and it tells you over here the grade level, and then you just click Read, and the book will pop up, and you can make it full screen, and then you can click play and it'll read the whole page, or if you wanted to highlight a word, you can highlight it and click play over here, and it'll just read that part. And then there's 3 coaches down here that if you click on, it tells you something to look at. So it tells you something important on that page to focus on, and that's just a way for when students are using this on their own to help them focus and see what's important about this story. And then each story also has an extension activity, so it's something that you can do in your classroom after reading the book. And then also each book can be printed or saved, so you could print these out and use them with your whole class or a small group, or if you just wanted to send it home with one student, you have different ways of accessing it, and that also helps reach each learning style. And then you can also create your own books. So to do this, you have to sign in, but what you do is you can add text, you can use their pictures or add your own pictures, and the coaches that I just showed you, you can add those. So if there's a specific skill or something important in the story that you want your students to look at, you can add that coach at that part and have them point whatever it is out. And then I've seen in my placement where my teacher has created her own books. She didn't use this, but this would have made them look a little more professional, not just like Word documents. It would actually look like a book. But I'm in a pre-K, and she made her own books about how to use different toys and supplies in the classroom. So she talked about how you respect it and like putting the lids on markers and just the way you treat things. So that's not really a book you would find like in the store. So she just made her own. So that's why this is so great, because if there's something you really want to highlight but can't find a book for it, you can just create your own. And then students can also use this, and it can help with creativity, and it's a new way to show what they know. So it's just a great way you can use it in pretty much any subject. It's a great way to like wrap up a unit or a topic, and they can write a book about whatever they've learned. And also, like I said, it can be printed or saved, so you can access it on the computer or on paper, which I think is really good. And another way that it can be used is you could make a book about your class, like about your students or something that you did, and then you can print that out and send it home so that your families get to see what the class is doing, and that you just build that relationship and that connection with them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it's a really great tool that can be used, and I just think it can really help with getting kids interested in books and reading different things.
Definitely. I really like that one too. I've never heard of like a website where you can make your own book. That's really cool.
I hadn't either, and I think it could be really fun for the students to do, but it's also helpful for the teacher.
Oh yeah, so absolutely.
Everyone gets to use it.
Mhm. All right, Trev, you ready?
Yep.
All right, hold on.
Oh wait, it says I'm presenting.
No, yeah, I got him.
Okay.
Okay,
right. Sorry.
All right, guys, so I'm Trevor, and I'm going to be doing Kahoot. So I'll flip it over to the screen now. All right. You guys see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so this is Kahoot. It's basically a website that creates games and discussions and surveys in a unique way for students. It's relatively new. And I'm already signed in, but if you don't, you just go on getkahoot.com and you sign up. And when you first sign in, this is the page that you'll be on. And there's basically 3 different kinds of formats that you can create for a Kahoot. And the first is a quiz, and then there's discussions and surveys. So first I'll show you how to make a quiz real quick. All right, so this takes you to the description. So you would basically just type a sample or whatever the title is, and then you have to type a description and include an audience. Those are the three required things. But the others are cover image, and you can add YouTube clips and make the privacy settings cater to whatever you want to do. And in your description, as you see, some of the words have the number sign next to it. That's just a way to tag a word so that the keywords are visible to other people outside of Kahoot that could be wanting to join your kind of game that you create. So for example, if I type math right here in the description, wants to find a math Kahoot quiz would be able to find it because you hashtagged math. And then for your audience, it gives you pretty clear different categories. And if you use it in the school setting, you obviously click school. And then, like I said, you can add a cover image and YouTube videos, which adds a media aspect to the game. And then after that, you click OK, go. And then from there, you just add your questions. So you would click Add Question, and then here you type your question and all your possible answers. When you want to indicate which answer is correct, you just click the check right next to it. The time limit, you can set a time limit on each question, and you can opt whether or not to reward the students points for how quickly they answered the question. And when you are ready to play the game, it's going to give you a game pin number. So the students are going to go on their own device, and they'll go on kahoot.it, and this will be the screen that pops up. So all you would have to do is type the pin number in, and you enter, and that's how you enter the game. And on the teacher's screen, it would show the question and all the answers and the corresponding symbol for the answer. So let's just say the answers were yes and no. Yes would be a green triangle, and no would be a blue circle. So then on this screen, for the students, all they would see is the triangle and the circle. So you have to make sure that the teacher has his or her screen up on the projector, and the student has this screen up on their device. And from there, there's also other formats, like I mentioned earlier, like quizzes and survey or discussions and surveys. And the only difference there, setting it up is completely the same, but the only difference is that you can there's no really correct answer. Like you can put, do you like dogs, yes or no? And then everyone would click yes or no on their thing just like they would for a quiz. But that is what sparks the discussion, because you see how many people click yes, how many people click no, and all the feedback. Of the quiz, discussion, survey, whatever, you put your feedback for how you thought the quiz went, how you did on the quiz, how you're feeling. You rate it out of 5 stars. And it's really useful information that's going to help you in the future when you're using this in the classroom. And as you see on this top bar, there's public Kahoots, and that goes back to what I was talking about earlier with the tags. You can find other people. So if there's like a 15-minute break between lunch and an assembly for some reason on that day at school, one way to get the class to be doing something in that awkward time, instead of just letting everyone do whatever, you can go on Kahoot and join a quick Kahoot instead of creating your own, and then you'll be able to do the game. And I'd say the main use of this, most people use the quiz, and that's probably because you can use it as like a practice quiz before you take the actual quiz in class, and that's probably how I would use it too. But I could also use it in the classroom to review chapters or create discussions after a reading or whatever that is. And in my placement, I saw that the teacher would put math problems on her whiteboard at the top of the screen, and all the students had their own little whiteboard and dry erase marker at their desk, and they'd write the answer and hold it up. But instead of doing that, if they just created a Kahoot, it would be a much more fun way of doing it. I mean, this class absolutely loved any kind of games or anything that would really get them excited. And by adding the pictures, it has music as well. It's a really colorful app and videos. It just is something that is so simple, but it gets the class really excited, and it really adds a game and competition aspect to the classroom. And I'd say the only obstacles are, like I just said, there's a competition aspect, so somebody has to lose. And, with kids, that's sometimes a hard reality that you have to face, is that you lost to somebody. So you have to control that kind of setting. And again, it could get the kids really excited with the music and the videos and pictures, and you got to make sure you keep them in their seats and excited and on task, because it's really easy to get excited about this tool. And finally, the last obstacle I'd say is rewarding the points based on how quickly you get the question right, because this could cause students to just quickly hit. Oh man, it would cause students to quickly hit like A or B instead of actually thinking through the problem. So you can turn that setting on and off, but it's something that you have to consider when you're creating the Kahoot. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I really like that. It seems really easy to use and something that will keep your kids like interested in the topic, because they know they have like a competition following it. And if they win, that's, something that most kids want to do.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, but it's definitely a fun tool that you can add to the classroom.
Okay, great. All right, so thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you for the next Hangout.